See out here, street style, it's everything. Let's show 'em who's in charge. It's the takeover.
They call me Captain Lacey, they don't play no role. My baby, they on that Drake, I'm too bandana on my baby. Ain't no stains up on my neck, tweet the king. Say my teeth, the bitches, please, friends, but no dentist, please.
I'd rather put money on my grandmother.
I ain't ducking bullets either. I ain't ducked sauce since I've been vegan. Fly the jump season, try to pay before the season. Probably ducked off in a quiet place with your breezy. Crowd of shades, probably why you couldn't see him.
Man, you driving like you stole it. I like your style.
I would like to dedicate to the scar on my face. All the stars in the globe. Where is your scar face?
That's how you do it? See, I was rooting for you too, man. You made me proud.
Welcome back to our final night, our final game of the night. I am your host, Wasabiaki. Again, joining me in the box is Panda. Panda, how are you for this game 3?
I'm chilling, I'm vibing. I'm a little sleepy, but you know, we roll.
Oh, wake up, girl. We still have more Rocket League action to go. We have another. We started this night with AL. We are going to finish this night on AL. We have the AL Vipers going up against the AL Scorpions. Two names that you may be familiar with since we did just do the EL version of this matchup. But we are going to drop it down 2 levels and go to the Apprentice League. Joining the field tonight, I believe for the Vipers, it is going to be just Hops and Zerm. And on the Scorpion side, we're going to have Slipstream and Yen Yen.
Absolutely. Hop, all of these players are amazing. I've known Slipstream, or I haven't known Slipstream and Yen, but I've, done scrims with them and talked with them. They're pretty chill. Back when I was on the Scorpions, Hops, I think most, if not everyone in RKTU that's active knows about Hops. He's an amazing person. He's a great player. He's just an amazing guy. Okay.
He's fine.
Okay.
He's whatever.
And Zerm is an amazing person as well. I have played against him, with him. He's also just a great guy.
No, absolutely. Hops and I were teammates last season. We're still on the same franchise. I just suck, so I dropped a level. But no, Hops, awesome player. Zerm, really, these two together actually is a very, very dangerous combination. I mean, they play together all the time. They literally can read each other's minds. It is scary how well these two work together. On the reverse side of that, though, Slipstream and Yen, two players that I am also familiar with from another league. Fantastic players in their own right. Really awesome individuals. Really great, conversation with these people. Like, real good. As we say that, Slipstream going to start us off with the Scorpions' first goal of the game. 4:40 left in the first game. Scorpions coming out, taking a demanding first goal lead. The Vipers are now trying to work the ball out of their own territory. Hops gets a touch off the back wall. Erm was not there, though. Don't know if he went in a little too late or he got demoed. But the Scorpions are now working the ball in the Vipers' territory. Slip is going to try and get that on the backboard, but Zern's going to push it away to the corner. Yen going to put a nice little touch off the back post. And Hops, as he tries to clear it, accidentally puts it in his own goal, and the Scorpions are now up by 2.
Oh no, you hate to see that from Hops. Or just hate to see it in general. I mean, you never want to see a player make an accidental touch like that. It happens. Maybe just airwelled the wrong way and didn't get the touch that you wanted. But like we saw in the EL series, Scorpions started out a bit stronger than the Vipers, but then the Vipers brought it back. Although Yen trying to solidify the first game lead as much as possible, as he gets a great bang clear shot straight down the center. And now the Scorpions lead by 3.
Yeah, touch from Hops just coming a little too fast off the backboard. Zerm had to kick it in reverse a little bit to get up under it, and Yen just read that perfectly, able to get to the ball first, get it past Zerm, find the back of the open net, and the Scorpions are definitely coming out here taking a demanding lead, a demanding presence on this field. They are looking to show the Vipers who the most toxic, and I mean that by Scorpion/Viper, not in actual person being toxic, team on the field is. And whoo, Slipstream brings that ball perfectly in front of the net, teed up on the bottom of his car for Yen to come in and just finish it. Scorpions are now up 4-0 with 3:30 left in this game. We've only played a minute and a half of Rocket League, and the Scorpions take 4 goals, but the Vipers cannot be counted out of this, as on kickoff, the ball finds itself coming off the backboard in the Scorpion zone, and Zerm is going to be able to pick that up and put it in the net, cutting the lead down to 3. 3:20 left in this game. Vipers trying to work the ball out of their own side of the field. Ball floating in the Scorpion zone. Slipstream trying to work it out of his own corner. Hops and Slip get a 50. Ball floats in favor of the Scorpions as it finds itself in the Vipers' end. Zerm gets a great touch, gets it around the corner, gets it cleared out into the zone. Slip now takes it off the wall. He's going to try and push it back into the Vipers' zone. Hops picks it up, but Yen comes in. He's going to push it wide. Goes to the opposite side of the field. Yen and Hops now 15 the ball in the Vipers' corner. Yen gets the ball across. Zerm's able to get a touch, push it out. Yen does a great job recovering and stopping Hops from putting that into the open goal. Ball still in Scorpion territory. Zerm's going to get one. I thought it was going to hit the post, but no, it hits underneath the top bar and finds itself in the goal, and he has just cut the lead in half.
Sorry, that was an absolutely great goal coming up from Zerm. Zerm is definitely putting in the work to bring the Vipers back. There is still 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. He's trying to put Hops in his backpack and trying to carry them to the game 1 victory and say, hey, we're not out of it just yet. We can still do this. We can still bring it back. There is still plenty of time for us to come back. And so far, he is showing that he is able to do so.
Vipers try to clear the ball to a side where the Scorpions weren't able to touch it. Yen was sitting there, he read it the entire time, able to pick it up. Gets a 50 with Hops. Ball comes in front of their net to a waiting Slipstream, who makes contact with the ball. Ball contacts the goal, and the Scorpions are now back up to a 3-goal lead.
Make that a 4-goal lead.
Right off a kickoff, you hate to see it. Great stop by Slip with the follow-through roll, able to stick with his own ball. Put it in the back of the net. 2:02 left on the clock. Scorpions still up by 4. Kickoff underway in favor of the Scorpions. Slip's going to take it off the Vipers' corner. Cleared away by Hops to Yen. Yen puts it into the corner, but Zerm is there, gets it under Yen. He's going to take it across midfield, tries to get the 50 on Slip, ends up getting demoed. Ball still in Scorpion territory as Slip's going to take it back to Yen. Misses the touch. He's going to try and push it forward on his own. Stopped by Zerm. Touched by Hops. Cleared away by Yen. Back to Slipstream out of the corner. He's going to get the pinch. Going to fly about midfield. Hops is going to pick it up, push it forward. Yen going to try and clear it back out. Zerm gets a touch. Centered on goal. Slip is up. Clears that out about 3 ways to the side wall. Ooh. And Hops takes a shot. It goes just wide of the inside post. Zerm now following the ball back to his own net. Yen working the ball. Hops is going to rotate back in around, try and push it to the opposite side. Zerm's going to get a demo on Slip. Gives Hops a little bit of time to work this ball out across midfield. Zerm's going to come in and help him push that forward. Zerm just demoing everybody left, right, and center. I think he's demoed everybody on the field at least twice by now.
Yeah, he's just going after absolutely everybody. He's trying to get revenge for his teammate and for those goals. Oh, that's a big miss coming out from Slipstream, I think.
Yeah.
And that minimizes the goal differential to 3. So absolutely not impossible for Vipers to come back if they can get a couple good kickoff goals. We haven't seen it happen yet where a team's down by a couple and they come back within 30 seconds or less. But I mean, it's absolutely
That's
possible.
not going to happen
but
in this game. I promise you that.
Yen
I
Yen
mean-
is not one that.
No, unfortunate kickoff there. Hops just missed the ball. Yen Yen in his rotations from getting boost. I mean, he had a wide open shot. No impediment to the ball. He took his chance. You know, ended up working out in his favor again. You know, they started out with the 4-goal lead. It got shaved down to 3 to 2, back to 3. We are now back to 4.
Back down to 3.
Back down to 3 because Just Hops had a great read on the work that Zerm was doing there. He was able to get it over Yen Yen. Man, I really love that goal explosion, by the way.
That's a great goal explosion.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It makes me smile every time I see it. 9 seconds left on the clock. Kickoff in favor of the Vipers as they get a shot on net, saved by Yen Yen. The Scorpions are going to let the ball hit the ground. Time runs out, and the Scorpions take game number 1 with a score of 7-4.
Absolutely. And this is definitely not a game that I was expecting. I mean, I know that Slipstream and Yen Yen are great players, but so are Zerm and Hops, and I honestly thought that it was going to be a bit of a closer game. But I mean, first game jitters happen, and you know, a lot of things happen to where the first game maybe goes in the way of one team, but doesn't really represent the entire series. So I always say game 1 is kind of like the benchmark game, if you will, and then the rest of the games are kind of the real games to see which team is actually ready, which team is hot, which team is cold.
Absolutely. Yeah, I always chalk the first game up to jitters as well. I mean, um, again, stream factor, televised, people talking about you. It could be your first time on stream for some of these people. You know, or they could just be not used to handling a little bit of pressure. But regardless of the fact, the first game usually is the worst game. As we get game number 2 underway, Viper's able to get the ball into the Scorpion territory. Zerm looking for his teammate. Ball is kicked all the way back to Viper's end of the field. Yen Yen's going to take a shot, goes wide. Zerm's going to pick it up, kick it down midfield, pick up side boost, looking for his teammate. Ooh, decides not to touch that. Worked out in his favor as Hops is going to be able to pick that up midfield, keep the ball pushed in the zone. Oh. Slip gets it out to Yen Yen. Yen Yen's gonna body Zerm, and the Scorpions are gonna find themselves a goal.
That was just a little bit rough coming out from Zerm. I saw Yen Yen with that little boost, and I'm like, I don't know. Can he do it? Can he not do it? Can he do it? Is he gonna do it? And he did do it. And so now Scorpions lead by 1, maybe saying that, hey, game 1 was not a jitters game. We are absolutely in it to win it, and we are absolutely better than this Vipers AL team.
Yeah, I mean, the Scorpions are definitely setting a commanding presence in this series. I'm not counting the Vipers out, not only because they are my team, but because I am very well versed in what these 2 players are capable of doing. Ooh. And as I say that, Hops, Just Hops, makes a fantastic carry, flicks over 1, flicks over 2, gets demoed, but ultimately ends up with the tying goal with 3:54 left in game number 2.
Yep. Number 2. Going tied. I'm sorry, man. I'm wearing pajama pants. It's been a long day. I'm running on like 4 hours of sleep. It's been a long day, but we still got some entertaining Rocket League action going on as Vipers tried putting on a threatening shot onto the Scorpion's net, but Slipstream was able to carry it out. Hops trying to clear that ball out of the corner because they're looking a little bit awkward, but they are slowly able to clear it out of their corner, and now it's over on the Scorpions' end. But Slipstream trying to go on for some kind of offense, not able to flick the ball the first time, but is able to get it around one. Zerm trying to clear it away, is able to clear it pretty successfully, but Yen Yen is able to recover off of a touch and clear it, or attempt to clear it away, but Hops is able to collect it, and now Zerm is able to collect it and trying to send it, but Yen Yen recovers and says, nope, I'm going to shoot it all the way from behind half field and just launch it into the back of the Viper's net. He has been absolutely amazing on those clear shots.
Yeah, it looks like Zerb tried to self-pass off the sidewall, missed the touch, basically setting up the Scorpions for a perfect shot on net, which they did not disappoint in. You know, if you're going to give the Scorpion team opportunities, they're going to take them. You know, you hate to see it when it happens, depending on what side of the field you're looking on, but you know, Scorpion fans out there will definitely take it. Viper fans a little upset, but the Vipers are working the ball in the territory of the Scorpions, trying to get the equalizer back. Zerm gets a shot on goal, saved by Slip. Slip's going to get the ball pushed up to Yen Yen. Yen Yen 50 in his favor. Ball stays mid. Zerm misses the touch. Hops has to come in, kick the ball across the top of the net to the opposite side. Slip looking to pass it back to Yen. Passes it back just a little too far. Zerm comes in, gets a demo on Yen. Gets the touch. Confusion as Yen Yen spawns in on the ball side. Hops and Zerm now just working the ball in the territory, back and forth. Slipstream's going to come in. He's going to get it past one. He cannot get the 50 past Hops. Ball floating in the air. Zerm going to push it to the back wall. Hops going to come in. He 50s with both of the Scorpion defenders, keeping the ball in the territory. Ball now comes out midfield. Zerm and Hops chasing it into their corner. Zerm's going to take it off the ceiling out to about midfield. Ooh. Faking, strategic whiffing. That's how we like to look at that. Hops is just going to tee that up for Yen Yen, though. Yen Yen goes just a little high. Slip trying to put it in the opposite corner. Touches the crossbar as well. Vipers definitely got lucky on 2 counts there. Zerm now going to try and clear that out of the Scorpion zone. Gets the touch. Hops trying to put that in behind. Yen Yen's going to clear it out, and nobody back to save it, and he's going to take himself a free goal.
Kind of, you know, I'm curious on what happened on the communication side of Vipers. It looked like Zerm had the ball on top of his car. There's 2 defenders in the Scorpion's net, but then Hops just kind of came barreling in and tried to snatch the ball off the top of Zerm's car. And, you know, in a perfect world, we want that to 50 in, confusing the defense, but in a not perfect world, that, you know, you get beat out and now no one's back and ready to defend.
I mean, I think I touched on this just a little bit earlier in the night where I said being down by 1 goal is like the worst position to find yourself in, because you get frantic, you start getting panicky, you start pushing things and trying to force situations that, you know, if you just sat back and waited just a few seconds, you know, it probably would have been a better look at the net. It would have been a better touch. You would have been able to make a better choice. But again, you know, just being down with that time windowing, you know, you try to do everything you can to at least tie the game up and take it into overtime. 2 seconds left on the clock. Shot on goal by Zerm, saved by Yen Yen. Pushed out midfield, pushed even further along by Slipstream. He's trying to get a little greedy. Ball is going to touch grass, and the Scorpions are going to find themselves the winner of game number 2.
So, having word from Big Country is that Scorpions AL team is actually officially out of the playoffs, but they're actually trying to knock Vipers out of the playoffs, and Vipers need to win at least 2 games. So technically, right now, Vipers need to bring it to a game 5, and at least a game 5, and then hopefully, you'd rather win than lose, um, in order to stay in. But if this ends in a sweep, this might actually knock out the Vipers of the AL playoffs as well.
Yeah, definitely. Scorpions win this series right here. If they close it out and the Vipers don't get 2 wins, then the Vipers are definitely out of playoffs. Unfortunately, the Scorpions, as it was previously stated, are already out of the playoffs. Um, if you're going to be in that position, though, you might as well invite some other teams, other franchises to join you in the box to watch the playoff race. And I'll tell you what, the Viper organization, we're a fun crowd. So I mean, if you're gonna have guests in the box, it's a good team to bring with you. But if I know my guys, they are definitely going to try everything that they can to make sure they get at least 2 Ws on the night. Kickoff underway, everything going according to not plan, unless you're a Scorpions fan. Great touch by Slip to Yen Yen, and the Scorpions find themselves the first goal of the game.
So apparently, Big Country, not knowing that the Hornets lost earlier in the stream, with the Hornets losing no matter what happens in this series, the Vipers are in no matter what. So they do not have to win the 2 games. They're just in no matter what.
I love all these awesome stat breakdowns. Give a shout out to Big Country, our stat guy. He's been dropping all this wisdom on us in the chat and beforehand for the last couple weeks leading up to the playoff contention. As Zerm is just going to come barreling from the own side of his field, able to get it past Slipstream. Barely, though. I think Slip thought he was going to try and touch that left. It looked like he jumped to try to keep it and momentum going the opposite direction. Zerm did a real great job there of keeping the ball on its current track, able to tie this game up. Ball now in Scorpion territory. Scorpions working it down into the Vipers, and nice back pass to Slip, just a little out of his trajectory, as he had to correct on that, but he was able to pick the ball back up, keeping it in the Vipers' end. But the Vipers are going to clear it all the way back down. Kind of got a 2-on-1 while the other defender trailing back in. Pops a little late in front of the net there. Zerm's going to push all the way back. He's going to take it out of his own corner. Picks up the boost. He's got 1 to beat. He's up. It's behind Slip, and he finds the back of the net.
Alrighty, I'm a little confused on what happened to Slip. Maybe his thumb slipped. Maybe he thought there was going to be another touch, but it looked like he kind of just watched that go by until the very last second. Then he was like, "Oh wait, I need to save this," and then by that point, it was just a little bit too late. Now the Vipers lead by 1. I mean, I'm not complaining. It was just a little bit of a odd goal to watch go in.
Yeah, I think he it happens to me sometimes. I'll see something real cool and I'll just sit there and watch it, even though it's happening to me. Yen Yen not having any of that, though, able to get it past 1 defender and bully the ball past the 2nd defender into the net, ties this game up 2-2.
We got 2-2. Sadly, it was not at 2 minutes and 22 seconds. I love when that happens. It's always an amazing time when it's 2-2 with 2 minutes and 22 seconds left.
And you're playing 2s. It's just 2s all around. 2s is a good number sometimes.
It is. It's an amazing number. Oh, though that was a quite unfortunate miss from both ends. Vipers sadly end up missing that shot, but Scorpions very thankful that the Vipers missed that because they end up missing the touch as well. So it kind of went neutral. But Scorpions trying to start offense on the Viper side, but one player got demoed, and so now Vipers on the offense, kind of killing out that Scorpions defense. As Zerm trying to go for a wall read there, maybe just trying to kill time, but it got sent middle right where Slipstream was waiting and sitting, and was just able to shoot it right behind Hobbs.
Yeah, it looks like Hops hesitated a little bit, realized he was beat, decided to turn back to net, just couldn't get turned back around in time. Slipstream took full advantage of that, was able to find the net. Scorpions back up in the lead. Ball in Scorpion territory, and
Ooh.
the Vipers are able to tie the game back up just as fast as they lost the tie. They tie it back up. That was great read there by Zerm, keeping it in the zone. Hops coming back around to get the touch to find the net. 2:12 left on the clock. Kick off in favor of the Vipers. Zerm's taking the ball off the corner. It's going to be cleared away by Yen Yen. Hops keeping the ball in their zone. Nice control. Ball now coming off the back wall in the Vipers zone. Yen Yen going to try and push it around. Hops going to clear it out midfield. Slip is up, gets a touch.
No way he gets the double. Oh.
But Yen Yen will get the goal as both Viper defenders commit to going up high. Ball floats right in the path of Yen Yen. No one on the far side of the net to stop the shot. Scorpions take the lead again, 4-3.
Absolutely. And I just want to remind everyone in chat, all of these players try their hardest, try their best. They're all amazing players no matter what league they're in. So try and not do too many hard feelings. Everyone tried their hardest, played their best, and at the end of the day, it's just a game, it's just Rocket League, and we're just here having fun. As now Vipers are going on the offense, trying to collect its way back up, but Scorpions having none of it, and Yen Yen trying to pass it middle. Hops able to get a demo. Slipstream trying to put on a cheeky little shot behind Zerm, but Zerm was able to save it away and now is on the offense. Was able to get it past one, but not able to get it past Slipstream. And Slipstream trying to still push some pressure onto the Vipers back and not trying to give up. And Zerm tried pulling a Timbo and doing an a lot shot again. That would have been crazy to go from EL to AL and have a similar shot scored. That would have been amazing and
It was
crazy.
close. It was very, very close. Hops trying to work the ball into the Scorpions' end, but that's going to be cleared back to his own zone. Durham now working the ball midfield. Slip has other plans. He gets it past Hops. He's looking to work the ball in the corner, gets it out midfield, goes out slightly too far. Yen Yen can't pick that up. Trying to block Zerm in his own zone. 9 seconds left. Viper's trying to make a push now to tie this game up. Slipstream working the ball in the Viper's zone. Yen Yen is up. He's going to get a touch on the ball.
Ooh.
Ball hits grass. Scorpions win game number 3 and the series.
Great game coming out from the Scorpions and the Vipers. Both players just played great. Scorpions still, even though they got the 3-0 sweep, they are not in the playoffs, sadly. I would have loved to see more of Slipstream and Yin Yin popping off together. Vipers, they are confirmed to be in the playoffs. So all is well with them. They just gotta chalk it up to, maybe some nerves or just, gotta rebuild for next week as the seeding and the playoff picture should be released by, I think, Sunday night or Monday.